The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So things are underway.
Well, this fellow, Giorgio Chiellini, Peter, is one of the game's great thinkers.
Yeah, in both an academic and a footballing sense, of course.
Yeah, and I think he'll prove key if they're looking to play on the break here. You won't get many players who are better than him in terms of ball winning, and it's all going to be about how quickly they can turn things around once they've got the ball.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Mohamed Salah. Oh, it's Pirlo. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Pull it. And they are prompt with their pressing. Can he get on the... And a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Flamengo with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Some really good ball movement. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Hullet. Oh, chance for a shot! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Messi, and that could set him on his way. And he's got the beating of his... He's having a shot! And that would have been some goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Best. Vieira. Mohamed Salah. He's had a shot! Pass somewhat off target. Oh, no joy this time. And claimed it back swiftly. Messi. Looking for options for movement. That's going to go a long way. Mohamed Salah.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He won't be happy with that one. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And he's forced to go back. Cannavaro, always a very imposing presence at the back. Played into space, and that was asking for too much. And it's Messi. Oh, some astute defending there. Mohamed Salah. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, cracking ball. Brilliantly cut out. A real chance! Oh, didn't catch it right. Flamengo have their third corner. Milan are looking to go forward now. He's found a way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Good running with the ball. Good ball, good take. That is good alertness. 15 minutes till half-time. Pinches it off him. Pirlo. Pirlo can see things others simply cannot. Maldini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Threads one in. He is through here. Showing good feet. Best. Schneider. De Rossi. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh, he's all alone. Oh, shot a goal! And yes, it's there! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Flamengo are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So that's two now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get...
And the shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
Makaleli. Knocks it into space. He's in a good position here. He's on it, can he get away? That'll be a corner. This possibly the last play of the half. Mohamed Salah has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. He's a sharp little ball here. And that signals the end of the first period. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Substituição no time do Flamengo.
So, into the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter...
Shoots! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
This is their second corner of the game. Goes for a shot! It's a goal! It is an explosive start to the second half. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Just one in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Mohamed Salah. Now that's well seen too. Schneider. And here's Neymar. That's been cut out, well played. Pirlo. Ibrahimovic. De Rossi. Maldini. Here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And the pass is intercepted. Maldini is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That's a shade optimistic.
Milan are still behind, but they've increased their level of interest here.
Pirlo. Bullet. Passing is crisp and sharp. Spread out to the left. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. A probing pass. That is good strength. Now it's Messi. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick.
Substituição no time do Flamengo.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Camisa 10, camisa 21, deixando o campo para a entrada de
Nicely weighted ball.
camisa 80.
And he was quick to react.
Alexandre Pato.
And it's Messi.
Camisa 11, camisa 8.
Picked out brilliantly. And he's only too happy to take that back.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Timber, the man synonymous with solidity. He's shifting through the gears here. Milan claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. So, third corner of the game. He's cut it out. And now they can spring out of defence. Schneider. No, he refuses to take the bait. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And here's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Milan get their fourth corner. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Owen. This looks promising.
Alexander Pato really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And it's Ibrahimovic. Schneider. Timber wins the duel this time. And they can counter here. Neymar. Pirlo ventures forward.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Substituição em andamento.
Milan have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Chance, surely! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Hazard can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Foram indicados 4 minutos de acréscimo.
Flamengo clearly now in lead preservation mode. And it's Neymar into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And here's Owen. He's got away. Lampard. Oh, what a ball! Oh, brilliant save under real pressure. And the counter is on. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Milan perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We are just getting started. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best of his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Tries to pass it through. He's got away. Makalele, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now this could be a chance. And here's Doué. There's some great running on show. Tries one from range. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Osimhen. That's tidy. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. That has not gone well. Going for... He's having a pop! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Corinthians take the lead! You just know there is no stopping that.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Makalele cuts out the pass.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Bale is, of course, well known for his dancing feet.
Corinthians really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Bale. That is good strength. Messi. Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. And he is dashing away. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Great chance here from position A1.
The keeper is ultra busy in trying to just get everything in order.
Messi! Oh, what a save from Van der Sar! Milan with the corner, they're first. And he gets rid in a hurry. Corinthians are looking to go forward now. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Pirlo ready to try one.
We could be looking at a game-changing moment.
Pirlo! Brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily...
Platini!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Yamal. The keeper gets his hands on it. Messi. Tanucci. Looking for the run. Albert Ferrer gets across to intercept that. Platini. Bale. Strong running down that left flank. Nesta has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Messi! Yamal. So what can they make of this? That's been slipped through, and he's had it nicked away. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And here's Schneider. He's got plenty of space out wide. And the finish! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Mbappe. He's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Messi. De Paul is always scanning the pitch for targets. And the pass is intercepted. It's a pretty loose pass.
There they go, hunting again.
And it's half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So there was the first half.
Well, I think it's been a fantastic watch with chances created at either end. But it has to be said, neither team have been particularly clinical with their finishing.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. Milan kick off the second half. Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Messi, too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Gets a good foot in there. Engages and forces him off the ball. Schneider. He's on it, can he get away? Tanucci. He has found a way, and a chance! He's scored!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Milan leading now.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
No way through.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Doué.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
And it's Schneider. De Paul, that's going wide left. Well, he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. Bale. Bale is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Albert Ferrer. Now, can they get him away? Oh, well measured. Chance! And he hits the net! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 18, camisa 45.
So we have movement on both benches. Quite a game this, all square again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Messi in with the challenge. Great vision. Well-timed, excellent interception. Yamal, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And this is Torres. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. That has been cut short. Can he get on the end of this? Shot a goal! Goal! Corinthians! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Corinthians are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
What a save from Peter Schmeichel!
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, this could be it, past something close to a minor miracle.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the Late Show.
Now it's Elise. Thinks about the shot. Goes for a shot! And no mistake. And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough.
Great chance! It's loose, and there's a race for... Oh, he's been caught napping! Cross from Maldini. And that's been well dealt with. Fernando Torres. Now it's Platini. Oh, that's fabulous. Maldini produces the perfect tackle there. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Oh, nice one too. Very nice. He's picked his way through. Oh, he's having a go! And with that, the end. Milan pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Might be danger here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, the explosive Ousmane Dembele is a very interesting player. Praised by many for his game-changing qualities. His showboating and confidence has won him a lot of admirers, and he can be a real force if he can add consistency to all of that talent.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Shoots! Messi.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, well measured. Dembele. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
That is good strength. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Good read, needed to be.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Gabriel promptly onto that, and that is that. De Rossi can see things others simply cannot. Mbappe! Mbappe! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Milan with the corner, they're first. That has been knocked clear. Casapia are looking to go forward now. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Messi. And here's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Mbappe! Oh, good finish. They are purring, truly purring. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So that's 2 now without reply.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
This is a promising build-up. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, it's more pressure than ball at the moment.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
15 minutes till half-time. Oh, super ball! And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Some really good ball movement. Knocks it out wide. He's got away. Big chance, corner. For it. Not a bad try by any means.
João Pedro certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
And here's Mbappe, always goal side. Mbappe. Great defending, strong and determined. That's been cut out, well played. Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Succumbs to the pressure. Now that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. It's a good 35 yards out, this. That's got him rattled. Cannavaro, always a very imposing presence at the back. No way through there. And it's Snyder. João Pedro.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de
It's Dembele. Lovely ball and a real chance, and the shot! It's anyone's ball now. In he goes again. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And the counter is on. That's it, 45 minutes up. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Milan really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Milan firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. So off we go again. Short changes him with that pass. Nicely spread. Dembele. Oh, shooting chance! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Now it's Mbappe. Nice looking ball. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. De Rossi. Messi. And here's Mbappe. Pinches it off him. Cannavaro. He's in a great position here. Chance for a shot!
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Messi. João Pedro. Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rodri. Casapia appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Pepe cuts out the pass. Nicely aimed pass. And again they run up against stubborn defending. And it's Olmo. Messi. He's had it taken off him. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Ibrahimovic. Good driving run. He's having a hit! Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
So we have movement on both benches.
Número 10, Messi. Número 2. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 14.
Spence.
Número 29.
That is headed for the middle.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. It's Dembele! And what to be quick to recover this. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, that was vital.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Maldini. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Mbappe! And that is a little undercooked. That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Havertz. Oh, good-looking ball.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he's being shifted off it. Havertz. And here's Batistuta, and he's had it nicked away. Now it's Mbappe. Pirlo. Nice sequence of passes this. Oh, nicely intercepted. It's not an especially good pass, that. Maldini. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cruyff! And the ball's come loose here. Forced to go back. And here's Messi. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, it's hit the post. Played up towards the front line. Strong running down that left flank. What a throw in. And here's Cruyff. Howson did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Cruyff. Havertz. Milan have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Oh, good spread. Now it's Bellingham. He's picked his way through. But just takes a shot. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And a neat finish. And what a climax we have here. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Vai-se proceder uma substituição. O número 15, número 11.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Casapia give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot. Milan really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Cleared without hesitation. Havertz. Ferran Torres. Gabriel with a fine tackle.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment.